That's right, it's finally time. October, my favorite month of the year, next to December. But we do have October, and what does that mean? That means Halloween is coming up, and I figured I would give you a countdown to the greatest monsters of all time, some of the greatest Halloween icons and incidents, and we will talk about Jason Voorhees. Dum dum dum. And I'm going to be providing one Halloween video a day, and the first one we're starting off with Jason Voorhees. And the reason we're going to start off with Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th is because he wasn't actually a Halloween icon. He is more of a horror icon because Halloween happens at the end of October and Friday the 13th can happen anytime during the year. You can have it in December, you can have it in January, you can have it in March, you can have it at any time, just depending on how it falls on the calendar. Now, we're going to talk about some spoilers, so if you have not seen Friday the 13th, I recommend you check them out. Great films. I love them. Check them out. But we'll just get into Friday the 13th right now. Now, to talk about Friday the 13th, we do have to include some spoilers, as I said, so beware. But Friday the 13th does not start off with Jason, a full-grown man, going around murdering kids. The first movie starts out with Jason drowning at Camp Crystal Lake. Oh, Camp Crystal Lake. So scary. Anyway, camp counselors were too busy having sex. Of course. That's one of the things that you know about this movie. There's sex. You see a few tits, maybe some ass. I don't know. But it was great stuff at the time. So Jason was drowned, and his mother is seeking revenge. Now, we don't actually know that it's a lady till the very end of the movie. So there's the spoiler right there. But she goes and gets revenge. She's going to kill everybody. And it turns out that one of the camp counselors ends up decapitating the mother. And she is dead. Bum, bum, bum. Now, Friday the 13th Part 2. Jason has come back. That's right. He's a full-grown man. And he's deformed. He comes back to get revenge from the death of his mother. Now, as I said, we see sex, violence, killing, killing, killing. Then we get to the very end. And what happens? Jason is chasing one of the camp counselors through the woods. And she runs into a cabin. Yes, this cabin is a shrine that Jason had actually set up for his mother. Now, her being quick-witted, she decides to put on the mother's vest and yells at him, Jason! Jason, listen to your mother! Listen to your mother, Jason! And she ends up putting an axe in his shoulder, and the cabin collapses, and she is free, taken away in an ambulance. So, Jason is dead. The end. No, that is not what happens. Come to Friday the 13th, Part 3. And this one is a whole gimmick. And it goes for the 3D. Yes, 3D. I mean, it's kind of corny and cheesy, but so is the whole entire series of Friday the 13th. The whole thing is corny and cheesy. But we have 3D, so there's some cool 3D effects if you're into that kind of thing. And this one is very, very, very iconic. For the simple fact that Jason gets his mask. Yes, he gets the mask. The mask that we're looking at right now, he finally gets that mask. Now, how does he get that mask? Well, one of the kids is a jokester, and he brings a mask trying to scare his friends. When he scares his friends, he brings that mask, and Jason ends up killing him and puts the mask on. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Jason does have a very grotesque face, which we see in the second one. But it turns out that the mask he puts on, and he goes and kills everybody. So that's why this one's iconic for him getting his mask. And it's got the same formula, you know, you think he's dead until the next movie where he's back alive. You think he's dead, same thing. You know, we can talk and talk and talk about all of the series and all the movies. They're all pretty much the same. You have different actors playing the kids. You have different tits. You have different killings. But it's all fun and games. I would recommend, highly recommend, if you're going to check out a series, a scary series, a slasher, check out Friday the 13th. One of my other favorite ones is Jason Takes Manhattan, for the simple fact that you get a different look at Jason. Now, it does start off on Camp Crystal Lake, and then they end up getting on a boat. Off the boat, they go to Manhattan. In Manhattan, he starts killing people. It's pretty awesome. You get Jason out of his element, and then we go on to Jason versus Freddy, or Freddy versus Jason. Now, we'll talk more about that later, but we will keep it simple. And we'll say Friday the 13th, one of my favorite. If you're going to check out one in the series, you need to check out Friday the 13th Part 3. For the simple fact, you have great killing, and Jason gets his mask. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow with another Halloween horror story. Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.